Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 ICBA Gala, celebrating the British Columbia open shop construction industry. And now, ICBA's Top 10 Moments of the Year. Number 10. ICBA events, including the ICBA Gala, CEO Breakfast, Meet the Generals, Red Seal Graduation Dinner, ICBA Open, and the Construction Innovation Summit all sell out, drawing rave reviews and record attendance. Number 9. ICBA, already Canada's largest construction association, continues to grow, establishing ICBA Alberta, purchasing a new Calgary office, and electing the first ICBA Alberta Board of Directors.
Alberta has the lowest housing supply of any province, while leading the pack nationally with 4% growth.
When you restrict how much people can pay for those units, the builders just going, we're just not, and this is what's happening. The builders are saying we can't afford to build it because nobody can afford the units.
Number 8. ICBA Benefits onboards the 170,000th Canadian onto one of our group health, dental, and retirement benefit plans, continuing our unprecedented growth and furthering ICBA's advocacy for the open shop construction industry. Number 7. ICBA makes the case for open shop construction, pushing government to cut red tape, speed up permit processing times, invest in infrastructure, and balance their procurement and labor policies.
The OECD ranked 38 countries in terms of their economic performance over the next decade. Canada is ranked dead last. And so their forecast growth for our economy is less than 1%, 0.7%. And so what that means is our per capita income will take 100 years to double.
Number 6. ICBA hires its first ever chief economist, the highly respected Jock Finlayson. Jock launches ICBA Economics, analyzing data and trends important to the construction sector.
We have fewer private sector jobs today than we did in 2019 in British Columbia, even though we've had lots of population growth and a fair amount of growth in the labor force. All of the employment growth on that particular measure has actually been in the public sector. So I would argue that's not a sustainable pathway.
Number 5. ICBA widens its lead as the number 1 sponsor of trades apprentices in BC. No association, union, or company sponsors more apprentices than ICBA, with more than 2,100 apprentices today. And for the first time in our history, ICBA is now number 1 for both female and Indigenous apprentices in BC. No association offers more in bursaries for apprentices, nearly $200,000 last year.
If a young person says to a high school counselor, I want to start my own business, that counselor 9 times out of 10 is going to say, go to UBC, go to SFU and study business.
Right.
They're not going to say, go to a trades or technical school, learn a skill, learn a trade, get some experience, and become a contractor. Start your own business, because when you drive by a construction site and you see all those signs hanging there, they are names, more often than not, they are names of people, families, partners who've taken risks, started a business.
Sure.
And come from working on the tools. We don't tell that story.
Number 4. ICBA Wellness Ambassador Corey Hirsch speaks to more than 20 construction groups and thousands of construction professionals about the importance of mental health and our award-winning workplace wellness program. And an incredibly generous $100,000 donation from the Crystal Consulting Group of Companies and Canaan Construction furthered the vital work of ICBA Wellness.
But we are going through a very significant crisis in mental health as it relates to construction. It's not just construction, it's across our entire economy, and we saw that coming out of COVID. So what we did, we said, okay, we've got to take a different approach. So at ICBA, we developed a mental health program that is designed specifically for construction professionals.
Number 3. When the Trudeau government passed Bill C-69, nicknamed the No Pipelines Act, ICBA was the only BC organization to come alongside the Alberta government and go to the Supreme Court of Canada to stand up for oil and gas producers and pipeline builders. On October 13th, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of Alberta and ICBA and overturned the law.
It's a great decision by the Supreme Court of Canada, because basically what the federal government had done
through this legislation was create a second review process for major projects across the country. And that added complexity, confusion, and cost. And as a result, investors didn't know if they were going to be investing in Canada, whether or not they could get projects to yes.
Number 2. For the third time in 6 years, ICBA won the Washington, D.C.-based Reed Award as North American Trade Association of the Year. This prestigious award recognizes ICBA for its work advocating for the open shop construction industry. And number 1. ICBA members and their teams build a record number of projects, including the TMX expansion, Coastal GasLink LNG pipeline, Site C Dam, hospitals, schools, roads, bridges, housing, and more.